this new Corvette Z06? Oh, I am so hyped. I don't even know what to say to you. I don't know what superlative to come up with to convey through this camera to tell you how I feel. It's as if somebody gave me the ultimate I don't know what this was, but it's probably something that feels pretty damn good. Guys, I am absolutely blown away by this car. And over the last couple of days, I've been trying to think about a video to make, that didn't just copy what everybody else was saying about the car. Everyone's like, it's great. It's great. And I'm like, I know it's great, but what else? What's next? What is this car going to be able to perform like? Well, in this video, guys, I've crunched the numbers. I've looked at my GT4 RS video wherein I predicted exactly what this car would make in terms of power, how light it would be, what its stopping distance would be, and I've projected that out here to our brand new Corvette Z06. I think that this car is going to be one of the top 10 fastest cars around the Nurburgring in history. More specifically, it's going to be even faster than... But before I tell you just how fast it is, let me give you my first impressions, and then let's dig into the math and the time centered around this video. Anyways, let's go. So I'm going to fire off some quick highlights about the car. In case you guys don't know, it's a 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 revving to 8,600 RPM that makes 670 horsepower. 670 damn horsepower. It produces over 700 pounds of downforce at 186 miles an hour, and it packs some of the biggest carbon ceramics in history. The thing that really makes this car spectacular is the fact that for under $100,000, you're going to be able to get one of the highest performing cars in history. Literally, Corvette just did what it did when the very first Corvette came out and took the exotic car game and just violated it. They were like, hey man, look, you guys are at 400,000. Well, we're going to make this thing at 100. We're going to make it accessible to everybody, and then it's going to break every single lap record in the world. Finally, Chevy, finally, I've been waiting for you to perform up to your expectations, up to your potential, and now we get something absolutely spectacular. You guys know all about the car. You've seen the carbon fiber wheels. You've seen that amazing rear wing, which we've seen in teaser shots over and over and over again. And most importantly, you've seen that center exit exhaust that looks, it looks like I just want to go, Apart from the way it looks, apart from the way it's going to perform, let's get into my predictions about this Nurburgring time. I know that this car is going to be damn fast, but when I plugged in this car's parameters into my little formula over here on my monitor, right over here, we were able to make a time under 7 minutes. So let's dive right into the formula. I'm going to tell you just how fast this damn car is going to be. So in order to project and predict just how fast this damn car is going to be around the Nürburgring, I had to make some observations. I basically went through, some of the fastest cars to lap the Nürburgring, and I had to write down some parameters for these cars. So if we look here on the screen, we'll see all the Porsche GT cars, the 992 Turbo S, the AMG GT Black Series, which in my opinion is an absolute masterpiece, the 991.2 Turbo S, the GTS, the Porsche Cayman 981, and the Dodge Viper ACR Extreme. Now you're probably like,
Ricky, where are all the other cars?
Listen, Johnny, look, I wanted to get comparable cars on this list. Cars that not only compare to the Z06, but also cars for which I could gather the data. It's one of the hardest things in the world to gather data for these vehicles to predict and project a potential Nürburgring time for the Z06. So to the right of the car, you'll see the times that they lapped the ring in seconds, and then you'll see their trap speed. So the trap speed is the mile an hour that they reached in a quarter mile, followed by the weight of the car, downforce at 186 miles an hour. Perhaps one of the hardest damn variables to compute because everybody gives you the downforce at 200. So you've got to do this stupid algebra equation right over here for downforce to find out what the actual downforce is at 186 miles an hour. Nonetheless, we figured it out, guys. Over to the right, we'll see the stopping distance, the horsepower, and the road holding. So I took all these variables, threw them into a little stew, kind of like the witch from Snow White, and I was like, ugh. And when I computed my multiple regression analysis, here's what I found out. As we go to our data points, I don't want you guys to bother with this. If you're a mathematician, you can see right here that all of my variables are pretty damn significant. And down here to the right, we're going to see how I've written down some of the parameters of the Z06, namely the trap speed. Look, I think this car is going to trap at 136 miles an hour. And you're like, Mickey, where did you get that speed from? Well, guys, look, if we go right over here to the McLaren 600 LT, we'll see that this thing on Drag Time's channel actually trapped at 136, and its power to rate ratio of 5.165 pounds per horsepower are almost extremely identical to the Corvette Z06, which is at 5.29. So I think that the Corvette's going to be just as fast, or maybe even faster than the McLaren 600 LT, because I think the Corvette's just going to hook, whereas the 600 LT, and trust me, I had one of these damn cars, the moment you put it in launch control and you let the boost build, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a McLaren, but you put it in launch control and you got to wait for the boost. It's like, and then you get launched, right? But that car used to just rip up the rear wheels and would not hook up for shit. So I think that the Corvette's going to be even faster. But right over here, we will see that I'm predicting a trap speed of 136, a weight of 35.47, because they keep saying that this car is going to be 100 pounds lighter than the C8 Stingray. I think, that 100 pounds lighter of what the C8 Stingray is in its wet configuration. Wet configuration. Oh man, why do I get so excited by sexual innuendos? Because the Z06 is 100 pounds lighter, in its wet configuration, it's going to be 3,547 pounds. Its downforce, 734 pounds at 186 miles an hour, and its stopping distance, 127 feet from 70 to 0. That would make it, in case you guys don't know, the shortest distance braking car in history for Car and Driver. So my data points were acquired from Car and Driver. Guys, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I can tell you that the new Z06 is better in every way. It's probably going to have better tires. It has better aero, better grip. I think it's going to brake even faster. I think it's going to break Car and Driver's record, and we're going to brake from 70 to 0 in 127 feet. So yeah, where does that leave us with the Nurburgring time? Well, when we take these little variables and we put them into our stew, this little formula, it outputs 6 minutes, 52 seconds. 6 minutes and 52.33 seconds. Look, right here, we've got the Lamborghini Huracan Performante LP640-4, and it ran a 6:52.01. And currently, it's the 6th fastest car in history around that Nürburgring. I think that the new Corvette is going to be just as fast. And that's just what I think. If the car is any faster, what do you think is going to happen if it has a 137 mile an hour trap speed? Check this out. Boom. We just became the 5th fastest car ever around the Nürburgring. What happens if it stops from 70 to 0 in 126 feet, right? Oh, we're in the 640s. We're in the 640s, babies. We're almost as fast as the Radical SR8. Then what happens if we do it in 125 feet? I don't think this is possible, but if we did 648.46, and that would make the car almost as fast as the 5th fastest car ever. So it'd make it the 5th fastest car around the Nürburgring in history. But let's be realistic. I don't want to be too aggressive. Let's make the braking just a little bit better than the last generation Z06. The downforce is the downforce, the weight is the weight, and the trap speed, let's make it exactly like the 600 LT. We are still at the 6th fastest time in history or thereabouts. So we're either going to be 6th or 7th place of the fastest cars around the Nürburgring. And guys, this car's best trick, this car's party trick, guys, is that it's only going to be around 100 grand. $100,000 for that. For under 7 minutes around the Nürburgring. This car is literally going to punch in the face every other car that comes after it. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, look, I've got that 765 LT Spider on order, and that car is damn fast. But it's not anywhere near as fast as this. This thing, because it produces so much damn downforce, is going to tear the 765 LT up. And it's going to do it at a quarter of the price. I'm right in $460,000 with taxes on my 765. This car's just over 100. That puts things into perspective for you, doesn't it? Anyways, guys, I hope, that you agree with me. If you disagree, you know what? Whatever. Go down below and tell me what you disagree about, because really, this is math That's a car with statistical values that it outputs. It can't be that damn hard to predict this Nurburgring time, and honestly, I think it's going to surprise us all. It's going to be one of the fastest cars in history. Go down below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, give me a comment, give me some engagement on this damn post. I'm trying to pop out content like this all the time. Anyways, guys, I hope that you have an amazing day. Take care.